But let's get back to answering your personal finance queries then. We have Harshroongta of harshroongta.com who joins us to answer your queries, and we have a first query that's come in. Rakesh Prasad writes to us from Mumbai. He says that he can invest 10,000 rupees as a lump sum in mutual funds. His time horizon is 1 year. He wants to know which funds should he put his money in. Harsh, over to you.
So Rakesh, I think the key here is that whenever you invest, it is always better to invest based on a specific goal. You've not mentioned all these details. You said that you want to invest only for a year. Clearly, if your investment horizon is only an year, equity is clearly out. So you can invest in a liquid fund or a short-term fund if mutual funds is what you want to invest in. If the amount is only 10,000 rupees, then you can also invest in a bank fixed deposit, which will give you an equivalent return without any of the TDS hassles, because the amount is so small.
Okay, so invest in a liquid fund or a short-term debt fund as the time horizon is only 1 year. Well, that's the recommendation coming in. I recommend that since the gentleman is only 24 years old, he should keep his time horizon slightly longer and take higher risks, because it is at this young age when you can take high risks. But let's get another query in. Sandeep Renake writes into us from Mumbai. He says he can invest 2,000 rupees per month in mutual funds. His time horizon again is just 2 to 3 years, and he wants to know which funds he should invest in. Over to you, Harsh.
So Sandeep, it is very good that you have decided to invest in a systematic manner. Again, I think it is better that you the amount of time for which you can invest systematically should be linked to a specific goal. So if you can invest only for 2 or 3 years, preferably it is I am assuming it is based on a specific need after 2 or 3 years. Clearly, if your goal is only for 2 or 3 years, then depending on your ability to take risk, you should invest. If your ability to take risk is not very high, then obviously you should invest in a income fund or a debt fund. If you are in a position to take a little bit of risk, you can invest in what are popularly called monthly income plans, or which are hybrid plans, where debt is preponderant. I mean, debt can be as high as 80-85% and equity is 15-20%. If you can take even more risk, then you can go in for what are called the balanced advantage kind of funds, where the equity component is higher, it's at about 40%, and even among the debt component there is an element of arbitrage, which classifies what is essentially a debt oriented fund as an equity fund for the purposes of taxation, and that is recommended if you have a fairly aggressive risk profile. You can, if you're looking at that, you can look at something like an ICICI approved balanced advantage fund. Otherwise, you can go for a specific income fund or a conservative MIP.
All right, Harsh, thanks so much for joining and answering those queries. Well, with that, it's a wrap on Halftime Report Business Lunch. We'll take all the action forward.